by the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office.
The High Sheriff.
High Sheriff
Dupre
has purchased
He's going
that.
to move his organizational side there.
Yeah, and they're going to take all that facility downstairs that was used primarily as offices, that's going to be able to house more prisoners.
Excellent.
And this was Tuesday night at a supper over and that was the area. I wasn't sure if I was in Lafayette or Vermilion Parish. And here's Mike Touchette on the left. I might add, Mike Touchette and Mr. Perry Judice have teamed up in the Perry Judice Construction Company. And Mike is back after 17 years in Atlanta. And he donated several loads of dirt to the St. Landry Memorial Museum. And
the monument.
Monument. One phone call and he went and bring us a bunch of dirt. Thank you. That's Bobby Duhan. And this would be Lance Picard with the Vermilion Parish Sheriff's Office. And that's Bobby. That's in the red jacket, that's big Bobby Duhan, and with the apron, it's little Bobby Duhan, who hosted, I want to add, at his beautiful outdoor kitchen facility, he and his lovely wife. And here is Lance again, and that's the sheriff. You see that smile he has? He sleeps with that smile. He reminds me of old Francis Wilson, who used to have that smile all the time. Sheriff, thanks for being so nice. And this is Sammy Hebert on the left, the owner of the famous Specialty Meats.
Home of the turducken.
That's correct. I saw a good portion of his operation on television this within the last 5 days, travel system. And these are two state representatives. On the left is Bob Henskins with the German Henskin family.
Welcome back, KSLU. Yep.
From the
GNHC.
Yeah, all of that. He's kin to all of them. He's state representative, District 47. And on the right is Miss Simone Champagne. She is state representative, District 49. And she's quick to say that her district starts in Jeanerette, goes west only along the coastline. I mean, she's got all of that.
She is the coast lady.
Coast lady. And let me tell you, she is confronted with some big issues there.
The BP oil spill and the hurricanes.
Two or three hurricanes.
She got a big road to hoe.
And Gustav and maybe a portion of her might have got a little bit of Katrina even where she is over in. And anyhow, real nice folks. We had a great time. Thanks to everybody. I know that the sheriff, I'd sent him a crate of sweet potatoes. He donated them to the supper. And I've got some of the food here somewheres. I'll have to come back to that in a minute.
And then we also went through Scott, and you saw the new Billy's Boudin opening
Boudin Cracklins, and I had to take a picture of it. There it is.
Good morning. Billy and Patsy Fry.
Billy, and we talked about them on the last show. I had met them at dinner.
Very good.
And of course, he helps us with the fundraiser for the CP Clinic every year.
And we got a contact person over there who works with them, Miss Annette Briscoe. Good morning.
You know, while I was at Palace having lunch yesterday, I saw Terrell Jackson. You remember Terrell?
Yeah.
He was the chef over at Préjean's.
Living in Ville Platte, married a lady from that area.
Nice moved.
Went down to New Orleans to work for one of the big...
Conco. But he calls on... He had a lady, client out for lunch at Palace Cafe Tuesday at lunch. And Terrell, thanks for coming over and saying hello. You were a great help. That first... breakfast we had, he furnished all of the goods that we cooked that day.
He was a big help. You find your obituaries. I got to knock out some sponsors. How about Dr. Kerry Thibodeau if you're looking for surgery? Dr. Kerry Thibodeau, he is the surgeon for you to go see. He's been around 20-some-odd years here in St. Landry Parish in the Opelousas area. He specializes in general and vascular surgical techniques. He's a fellow of the American College of Surgeons. He goes around and lectures and teaches other doctors how to handle a lot of the wound treatment type things, which that could be maybe if you got a surgery that didn't heal in the past, maybe you got some diabetic issues going on, just those things where this slow healing process, he can help you with everything from the hyperbaric chambers to the skin grafts and all that type of work. also venous-type systems like perhaps varicose vein-type work. Go see Dr. Carrie Thibodeau at Opelousas General Health System. And we've got 2 more sponsors.
How about LHC Group?
LHC Group.
I'm going to talk for LHC Group
All
a little
your
bit.
home health care needs.
I don't think they'll mind if we talk about
And we saw a nice
Coteau Grove Farm.
that was in the Blood Horse magazine.
Yep. And good picture here of Keith and Ginger Myers. They, back in 2008, decided to start the Coteau Grove Farm. And he did research, just like they did when they went into business with LHC Group. He did his research, and he found that if he was going to go to the big races, maybe the Kentucky Derby one day, well, then you've got to start with a group of real good, well-bred, thoroughbred mares. And he started with that. And he has already become one of the leading owners and breeders in Louisiana in those short 3-year periods. And he's gone from everywhere from building a beautiful facility for the horses to run on, play on, sleep in, the whole 9 yards. He took it step by step. He researched it. And then he went out and hired him a full-time trainer who had worked a number of years with the Steve Asmussen Group, who is the leading trainer in the United States a number of years in a row. And from that meager beginning 3 years ago, it's another success story of Keith and Ginger Myers.
I still remember shooting basketball with them on the slab in front of the house there in Palmetto.
How about that? Congratulations to you all, and congratulations, they used the same technique and research to build the very successful LHC Group.
You got it, and that's your home health care needs, whatever you need from the nurses to the therapists. And we also got Piggly Wiggly. You know, we showed a bunch about Piggly Wiggly being involved in all sorts of different events, from the cook-off over for the Tasters Dinner for Opelousas Catholic coming up next week. Also with the gumbo cook-off. But Piggly Wiggly, go by your local locations. 2 in Opelousas, 1 in Church Point, Rain, Scott, Cecilia, St. Martinville, and Simsport. They got Friar Combo Packs, 99 cents a pound. They've got USDA pork steaks, $1.49 a pound. And you know what, if you're like me and you're doing them pork steaks, then you go out and you get that Royal Oak charcoal, the 8-pound bags of $2.99. Go and get them. Go and see your local Piggly Wiggly. The pig knows best. And how about your obituaries? Because we're down to 6 minutes left. We're going to get tight for time.
Okay, we'll do that in just a second. Went by the Longhorn Steakhouse after shopping and visiting Brother John. By the way, Brother John is doing well. He's in Cornerstone Nursing Home in Lafayette, easy to get to off of Kalish Saloon at the Shell station. You take a right there. There's a stoplight there. It's easy to turn off, and it's easy to get back into the traffic lane.
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone is the name, and he's doing well. They dress him up pretty, and he's
taken care of.
He's well taken care of. Went over to the Longhorn Steakhouse, and there was a young couple, and she wanted to tell me something. I said, looks like you wanting to tell me something sitting over here with that big, beautiful smile. She says, well, I have to tell you, my grandpa loves you to death. And Mr. Allen Knockin, I said, baby,
oh, no kidding.
That's a two-way love. And he just
Mr.
won't
Guinea.
stop. Mr. Guinea and Mr. Honey. In fact, this young lady, and I didn't write the names down, her husband is the one who makes the honey now.
Oh, okay.
So he's a honey of a honey. How about that? Good morning to the Allen Knockin family and friends there. Boy, you a legend in your own, on your own time.
Obituaries.
Obituaries, yeah, you're right.
I'm keeping you on time today.
I missed out on the learning of the death of Miss Marie Leger, and she was buried last Friday. And of course, her daughter and son-in-law, Lisa Aguilard, and her husband, Raymond Aguilard, who Raymond is my partner at Century 21 here in Opelousas and in Eunice. Her mama died. And her mama was 90 years young. How about that?
Run.
Beautifully. Sorry I missed it, but my deepest sympathies. And yeah, I got that right here. Then Miss Enola Prudhomme. She was married to Shelton Prather, but we always still call her Enola Prudhomme because she comes from the Prudhomme cooking family, the chefs. Right. Chef Paul's sister. There's only Chef Paul and Eli left out of probably close to 10, 12 kids.
It was a big, big family.
Big family. And I happened to have gone eat dinner at Préjean's with Larry Leger real quick, and then I drove right over, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over to Melanson Funeral Home, our good sponsor, over in Carencro, and made a visit with the family, got to see her son.
Of course, she got well known here in the restaurant with she had bought the Taunts restaurant and made it, what was it, Prudhom's, I guess it was Cajun Cafe, I guess what they called it.
Right. She had two sons, Sonny Amon, who we all knew, he worked with his mama, and then Howard Dugas, who I had not met, but he introduced himself. He watches the program, and most of them in there watched the program, which is good news for us. And that was the same thing with the Lord's group out in at the supper with the sheriff from Vermilion Parish, Mike Couvillon, and all that group. Both state representatives watch it at their respective homes. So we get out. We're a good investment as an advertiser for you.
I knew two of the daughters, Tony, who passed away in the last year, and then Annette.
And I met Barney Trailer's son, and I bet that was his wife, Tony, that I didn't know it, and I'm sure he thought I knew, and I didn't. I apologize to you, Mr. Trailer, and Barney. I missed out on that. Did we didn't mention that on our program?
I don't think. I don't think.
And he was quick to tell me that Barney, because he knew that we knew each other from way back yonder. John brought me as a little 8th grader, and he was probably about a senior, over to Grand Isle to play ball and have a weekend trip that the ag boys would take every year when he was the ag teacher.
I remember the two daughters, because when I was in school, that was two pretty girls.
There you go. Anyhow, our deepest sympathies, and then we have one more, and that's Miss Irene Dupre. You remember Mr. Gussie that worked, I think it was 46 or 48 years at Bordelon Ford here in Opelousas as a salesman. Tremendous smile all the time. Well, Miss Irene, look at that smile she had. That was her, and of course she was a Dupre, born Dupre, married, born Fontenot, and married Dupre. And Fontenot, she would probably kin to me on the Fontenot side, because my grandmother was a Fontenot.
Right.
She died, and the funeral will be held at 2 p.m. today, and that's at La Fone Ordwine. That's Wednesday, though. I'm going to try to go over there. Her daughter, Pat Dupre Granger. Pat was Miss Louisiana years ago, beautiful young. And then her other daughter is Connie Dupre Rutland, and her husband is Pepper Rutland, very successful businessman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Very good.
Our deepest sympathies.
Down to 1 minute left, so whatever you got to get, you better get it.
Okay, I better get my book.
Your book, your prayer book. I want to thank everybody for watching again this week. We made it through another show. We didn't knock anything down or fall over.
Swamp Pop Reunion, the 7th, will be held at the Ville Platte Civic Center Monday, February 20th. That's the day before Mardi Gras.
Ooh, and all the big names, Warren Storm, Willie T, Earl Taylor.
Earl Taylor, every one of them, every one of them. And we're going to close the program with this suggestion that you attend the church of your choice this weekend. We do that every weekend for 30. I'm working on my 36 years of reminding everybody. And in the closing thought, my Lord and my God, you are my light and my strength. Grant that your light will never cease to shine in me. Thank you, God, for all the blessings. And thank you, Andrew, for helping out on the program.